What up, fam? So I have Brickmania Saturday afternoon matinee playset part 1, World War II cargo truck and staff car. Oh my god, I got it right. I got it right. You know how many takes it took me to get that correct? Either way, if you're where's my other one? But if you're unfamiliar with the significance of this set, it's pretty much Brickmania's version of Lego's Indiana Jones set 762 Race for the Stolen Treasure. It's literally the same thing except Brickmania's version. Now, I need to rebuild this one too.
A brief synopsis of the original Indiana Jones film. Picture Han Solo during World War II gallivanting around the desert with a tinge of religious fantasy, with a similar vibe to the antics of Pirates of the Caribbean, where ridiculous actions can take place with our main characters never coming across any lasting sort of harm.
Biker shank, monochromatic image, vehicle plate. This is Brickmania Saturday afternoon matinee playset, World War II cargo truck and staff car, designed by Andres, EKM 2368, skill level 3 out of 5. This set contains 633 Lego, brick arm, and Brickmania elements, plus 4 custom minifigures. And like always, winners are born, they're built. Thank you for supporting Brickmania, Daniel, Assistant Commander-in-Chief. Alright, so what we have? We have the custom fabric, blueprint instructions, easy to follow. Ooh, they're set up in 2 different bags this time, bag A and bag B. 2 different vehicles, so that totally makes sense. There are the minifigures for the staff car. And where's Indiana Jones in this one?
My name is Andreas. I'm the designer of this kit. I go by ASAP Animation. I don't really do animations anymore, I just do building, but I think that's alright. I really love the original set that came back in 2008. I think I have like 3 of that set. So I just wanted to pay an homage to that one, but also at the same time just doing it a bit more realistic. Just going all the way, seeing what was the real vehicle like, because the vehicle that is used in the movie, it's actually like an American GMC truck, which has been modified to look like a Mercedes. So I just had to go off like the real Mercedes, but also do the adjustments just so it looks as realistic as it would be at the time, but also looking like the film one. So that's like a hard balance. And even like the staff car is based off a Dodge truck from World War II, so I just that's also been modified, but I tried to make it look like the real vehicle that it's trying to look like. It's the Mercedes 1937 G5, I think it's called. It's like a staff car. It's actually like a lot bigger, and the wheel size is like pretty much perfect compared to the Lego one. The Lego one is just like tiny, and then it has huge tires, and also you can actually fit a lot of the guys in the back. And yeah, I just think it's great. So that was a lot of fun, just looking at the reference photos and looking at the Lego version and just trying to make the best one possible. But I also love the Lego set. That's why I have to do this one, because it's a classic Lego set. I have 3 of it, as I said. I just really love that one.
Thank you, Shy. You can insert whatever you're going to say beforehand, like we actually had this pre-planned and you already knew what I was going to say and I already knew what you were going to say. As a part-time Indiana Jones fan, I feel as if I know just enough to bullcrap my way through any conversation with real Indiana Jones fans. So I am, in all intents and purposes, the best person for this particular job. I mean, who else has this banner? Not you, probably. I do. I mean, it's Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, arguably the worst one, unless you want to count Temple of Doom. And as the second biggest Lego Indiana Jones fan in the entire world, I feel confident in saying that the Lego Indiana Jones truck is better than the Brickmania one. And I'm not coming in all wet and wild here. I have 3 points to back up why my statement is objectively the truth. My first point is quantity of units sold. If the Brickmania kit was all that something special, wouldn't more units sell? I have 2 of these trucks and 0 Brickmania kits. What does that tell you? My second point revolves around to accuracy. As someone that has gone to Disneyland, I've seen the original truck from the scene firsthand. And I can tell you that the carapace on the back is not this dirty, dark, dingy gray color, but this dirty, dark, dingy tan color. And while, yes, both canvases are slightly not right or accurate in any shape, way, or form, but wouldn't you rather have the right color just in the wrong hue rather than the wrong color in the wrong hue? My third and final point is the Jones factor. Which one feels more Jonesy? Which one feels like that instant classic that anyone can get behind? This one, it has some nice features, but it's overdone, it's overplayed, it's too ritzy, it's too fancy, and it's too expensive. Okay, if I had a fourth point, it would definitely be in favor of the Brickmania kit because $420 is highway robbery. And Indiana Jones can get behind that because he is a professional thief. I can confidently say that the LEGO kit is not only superior to the Brickmania kit, but it's also superior to the Brickmania kit. And that is due to change if Brickmania wants to send me one of these kits for free, in which case my entire opinion on this whole subject would rapidly change. And to be honest, Brickmania, if you're listening, which I'm sure you are, the only reason I'm saying this is because Shy said I needed to dog on the Brickmania kit and talk up the Lego kit. So if you want to change my opinion, it's out there. Also, maybe you should release the Shy minifigure so I don't have to pay $400 for it and I can just pay $30 with the rest of your minifigures. That would be greatly appreciated.
Okay, Sam, relax.
So here is the LEGO and Brickmania version of what is to be the same exact set in different designs. One being the original with LEGO and Brickmania's mock version that they sell as a kit. Now, with both being minifigure scale, LEGO is inconsistent with their size comparisons between all their vehicles, wherein which Brickmania consistently puts out 1/35th scale, meaning their entire system is all the same size towards their minifigures, whereas LEGO is not so much. Now, unlike Brickmania, LEGO is restricted by piece count, by pricing, by playability, all these other rules that Brickmania isn't confined to, which then determines the end product of their set. Which, in other words, LEGO has restrictions and sometimes their hands are tied, whereas Brickmania designers can just go all out. For the most part, yes, they do have their own things too, but not so much as LEGO. Now, looking at the staff car, they're pretty much the same size. So kudos to LEGO for getting this right. The only immediate noticeable differences between both is Brickmania's brick arms and printed pieces. They both have good looking front ends, in which the LEGO grill piece in the front I actually prefer over the Brickmania one. But then again, the printed pieces on the Brickmania version simulating the dirt, you can't really go past that. I mean, I really do like that. And obviously they have a machine gun in the back, in which LEGO can't do that. It looks like a blaster. Ultimately, I think LEGO did a good job designing this car with the pieces that they're limited to at the time in which LEGO designed this. I mean, yes, the back end is kind of weird with a raised platform, but what are you gonna do? Still, Andres did a good job to get this as most accurate as possible with current day made pieces, with the help of printing, and with the ability to be able to make it look as close to the real thing as possible without the restrictions that LEGO normally has. Also, one noticeable difference is that ASAP's able to fit 3 minifigures into this car, whereas the LEGO version, I guess you could fit 3 minifigures in there too, but only 1 in the front seat, and this one you can do a passenger and driver. Now, the truck is a noticeable difference between the sizing. Now, what's great is they both utilize a canvas print, both LEGO's custom version and Brickmania's custom version. Obviously, the Brickmania one is larger because they are at a 1/35th scale, whereas LEGO is not, as long as LEGO gets the size to vehicle close to each other, they accomplish their part. Now, unlike the staff car, LEGO can fit 2 minifigures in the driver and a driver's seat. Brickmania is already a given they can fit 2, plus a ton in the back of the truck. Now, Brickmania does have a ton of printed parts utilized on this set to simulate the dirt stains kicked up by the chase scene, or well, in the African desert. Whereas the LEGO version, there are no printed pieces whatsoever. If there were, most likely they would have been stickers. Anyways, well, I don't know. Maybe back then they might have been printed. Oh no, sorry, I don't know where the actual original pieces of these tires went. I think my son took them, so I have these for right now. Now, I just want to say great job, Andres, for the sturdiness of this build. This thing is really, in lack for better terms, swooshable. It's very playable. It does not break apart. I can push it down right here. It is a solid piece, and which I can't stress enough how important sturdiness is for a Brickmania set. Like, it is really annoying when you can't roll it down and it snaps apart, or when you grab and things come off. So great job, Andres, for making it playable. The tailgate does come down, which LEGO is missing, but as you can see, they both have the infamous cargo or crate that was in the movie. Now, LEGO has a gold version, which I don't think you can get many places, and there's all the jewels and stuff in there, whereas the Brickmania one is just a solid or bricks with printed tile all over it. So it's not really playable in that sense, but still works. Now, I do want to mention that there are a lot of other things that the LEGO set did come with, like a horse and other playable features to include weapons, whereas the Brickmania version didn't have any small arms fire aside from the brick arms machine gun on the staff car. Now, in the front, you can see the interpretive look for the truck by the designers. Now, I personally like the one that Andres did over the Lego version. The Lego one looks really, really boxy. Yes, the vehicle is boxy, but the Lego version is a little bit more cartoonish, whereas the Brickmania version is highly more accurate. And also the printed pieces on the windshield to get that shape. And then you have the front tile pieces with the simulated sand. And then you have this beautiful canvas that both Lego and Brickmania have come up with. I think they both do a good job. They both feel exactly the same. There's quality in both of those. Both of these tailgates do come down. Oh, that's not supposed to do that. Just kidding. And since the Brickmania version has the ability to do a larger footprint, they can obviously add a little bit more detail than what Lego can. They have printed pieces on this side, whereas the Lego version does have these, well, I don't even seen these in a while, but these pieces, I don't even know what they're called because I haven't seen them in a while. But Brickmania did print these wooden panels that are on the sides of the truck. Now, if you haven't seen my 3 p.m. or third-party minifigure video comparing both Lego and Brickmania's DAC Soldiers or Desert Africa Corps, check that out for a better comparison for what I'm about to do here, because ultimately it's the same exact comparison. But to summarize it, the Lego version is using the Western cappies for their minifigures, whereas the Brickmania ones have 3D prints. Now the Lego versions have exactly the same torso prints, which is to be expected, but the headpieces are all different, very early 2000s printed faces. Still, for what it was at the time, great to have. I know they were utilized again in Star Wars and amongst other places, but the skin tone of their torso is inconsistent with their headpieces. Now the Brickmania version, all three are slightly different. The tan versions are exactly the same, almost, except the arm printing has short sleeves on one of the figures versus the other. The officer has the more cleaner olive drab coat, in which Lando does color tinting to get that color combination. And also, all three of the head prints are different. I personally prefer the Brickmania version over the Lego one. The Brickmania is 360 printed all the way around, whereas the Lego version is not. It would have been nice for the Brickmania ones to also have brick arms, but I know that would up the price, so I'm indifferent about it actually. Obviously, the Brickmania one has more printing capabilities because they are UV printed versus the pad version of Lego. And also, this has been done 15 years later. Alright, so let me know what you guys think. Who do you think did it better, Lego or Brickmania? Just X out the price point, just let me know down below. Thank you, Sans and Andres or ASAP Animation for helping me out with this video. And if you made it with me all the way to the end, thumbs up, thumbs down, like, comment, subscribe below, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright guys, peace.